Play, folks. Some technical glitch, thanks to, sorry, no thanks to Codemasters. They're definitely the best game developers we could possibly have. But yeah, we're back now at Monza with a very interesting quali with Oxidized Rage in his Aston Martin taking pole, leading the two Ferraris, I think, in P2 and P3.
Yeah, right.
Chips, what do you think is going to happen down into turn one?
I believe at the start both the Ferraris are going to be like. I think neither of them had a very straightforward quali session. I have had his final lap blocked by Thakur's AI, which was glitched. So I think both of them are going to be playing a team game. Like, provided one of them gets a good start, the other's going to like help them out. But I feel like the Ferraris are going to be feisty. And I think from further back we have to look. I think we'll have to look out for Smith Shah, who wasn't able to get a lap in, so he's going to be one to look out for. We're going to have. And I think the midfield is going to be interesting. Because the midfield melee is really. It's not a very pleasant place to be in the midfield at Monza on
That
lap
is
1.
true.
So I think the likes of Sid Venkatesh and I think it's Sid Kulkarni, Ace, and all are going to be like. Keeping their front wings intact is going to be a bit of a
That is true. Like you're
task in
saying,
itself.
when you're leading the race or when you're in the top three, you're at least, worried about if someone is going to come and hit you from the back. But when you're in the mid pack, you're looking in front, you're looking behind, and you have no idea what to do at that moment.
Exactly. So let's see the tire situation first of all. What's happening? Not setting off tires. So
Top 11 on softs, and Manan, Ashok, and Smith going on the mediums. Smith, of course, couldn't join the session, so it's tough luck for him. But hope he has a good race and he can recover some points.
yeah, I think as we saw in Netherlands, he had a very good race. So it's a shame he wasn't able to do his quali here, but nonetheless, we carry on. I think his URL Pradeep is on the. He's starting last, but on the soft, so he's gonna go aggressive.
Yep, that is
And
true.
about we can go on board
So
with.
we have Oxidize, who's starting in pole, followed by Ahif in P2, followed by his teammate Thakurva, then by easy level bot Harshi, Sid Venkatesh, vintage player, Sid Kulkarni, Anton Hypers, Ace, Captain Sandhu, Manan, Indic Gamer, Ashok Anand, Smith, and then URL Pradeep. And that's the grid.
So, what are your predictions for strategy?
I think it's a fairly simple one stopper, soft to mediums or mediums to soft for the ones running the other way around. But knowing how league racing is, knowing how the safety cars are, I'm guessing a soft medium soft run or a medium soft medium. Or I mean, sorry, a medium soft soft.
Possibly. We could see people making two stops for the soft tires. So, I think we're gonna see some split strategies up and down the field, and
That is true.
yeah,
What do you think one should do if they probably break their wing or have some damage in lap one? Do you pit for hards or do you pit for mediums and stretch it out till you can probably box onto the softs again and wait for another late
mediums.
safety
I
car?
think mediums are better. Mediums are better because on hards you're gonna have very little grip around here, so it makes little sense to go onto the hards, and I think that's best to go for say if you start on the softs and you break your wing, then it's best
Sid
to go into the
Venkatesh's
mediums.
horse really in a hurry to get back to the grid right now. If you could see
Yeah,
that,
he just flew past everyone.
it's
Uh,
going to be really interesting next
we
season
have a
when
bit
we
of
have
a
our manual grid formation and manual pits as well.
yeah. I can't wait to see how Cody's messes that up. Multiplayer lobbies.
Meanwhile, not giving me the best.
So yeah, so I believe we have the last car approaching the grid. Ashok Anand has some dirt on his tires, but nonetheless, the last car is on the grid, and we are about to start. So we have one light, two light, three lights, four lights, five lights. And it's lights out and away we go. It's a decent start by Oxidize. It's not the greatest start by Ahif, and Thakurva has fallen back.
And Ace has
But Ace
retired
is
from the session.
retired. And Easy Level moves up into P3. That's a great start. Easy Level into P2. Battling Ahif. He forces Ahif wide. And easy level is up into P2. He could be challenging Oxidize, for
And
for the
Thakurwa
lead.
is round. Thakurwa is all the way round. He's right at the back of the grid. I mean, sorry, Captain Sandhu is right at the back, but Thakurwa is there too. He probably has a lot of damage.
Yeah,
Going
so Thakurwa's lost
ahead,
11
Oxidize
places.
keeps his lead, followed by easy level bot, followed by
Hershey makes a very aggressive move down the inside of Sid Kulkarni at the Della Roche chicane, but he has to back off. And Ashok Anand, meanwhile, is up 6 places. He stayed out of trouble and he's moved up into P8. That's a decent start by him. But further back, it's Thakurwa, I believe, has some front wing damage, does he? Or is he just on his way back? But nonetheless, it's very unfortunate for Thakurwa and Captain Sandhu. And Ace, I'm not sure what happened to him. I think he was taken out on the grid. I think spun or something. But nonetheless, Oxidize has already built up a lead of over a second to easy level bot in P2. So that is, he couldn't have asked for a better start, I feel. And as he ends lap 1, the gap between him and easy level bot is 1.1 seconds. And the gap between Ahif and easy level is about 0.9 of a second. The field is pretty stabilized right now. Oh, Oxidize has a moment! Easy level is into the lead.
Oh, he's
not sure what
dropped
Oxidize
right
did there, but Oxidize has put himself into jeopardy from Vintage Play, who's going to be looking feisty. He's gonna make a move, I believe, but no, he doesn't have the straight line speed as of now.
No, Vintage backs off.
What chaos! Oxidize Rage leading comfortably by over a second. I think he went a bit too hot into turn 1. Maybe he tried putting the throttle down a bit too early because he seemed to lose traction. But yeah, that is dramatic. And Ahif has not lost sight of easy level bot whatsoever. He's just he's within 7/10 of easy level bot.
But if you see, Sid Venkatesh also is really close to Ahif right now.
Yeah, the DRS train.
And meanwhile, he's gaining on Ahif all the time. Takes a little too much of that inside curve. But
yeah, Oxidize is going to be eager to get back past Sid, Ahif, and probably likely easy level as well. So let's see. Vintage Play has fallen back. I'm not sure what's happened to him, but Oxidize is. Oh, Sid goes a bit wide, and I believe Oxidize is going to use up his battery. Anton gets past Ashok Anand. No one seems to be making any moves. Is Oxidize going to go for an aggressive move down the inside? You know what? He's not. He stays back, and I believe he's going to choose a better opportunity to make his move.
Indic Gamer was in the pits.
Oh, Ashok and Anton are battling side by side through turn 2. They're going to go side by side through Cover Grande. And they are so close, they're almost touching one another, and Anton makes it through. That's a fantastic move, but Ashok is still right there. Is he going to make a move? I believe he is not. So, Thakurwa getting past Manan. Thakurwa has really gained a lot of time there, considering if he managed to get back up to the pack so fast. But yeah, he's just 11 seconds behind. What's happening between Sid and Hershey? I think Sid Kulkarni went wide because Hershey is now ahead of him. But yeah, crucially.
Meanwhile, Ahif right at the back of Gaurav, easy level bot. And Sid's also right. So the front. Oh, Oxidize has a moment and he's broken his wing. Oh, coming out of Ascari, that has not gone well at all for him.
It's a VSC. What are the leaders gonna do? Is easy level planning to pit? Is he gonna get his mandatory pit stop out of the way? Easy level, Ahif. It's crucial times here. Easy level
stays out. Ahif stays out. That was a very, very late dummy, but I don't think.
Ignoring yellow flag, I'm not sure what's happened there, but that is not ideal whatsoever. No one's decided to pit. Oh, Oxidize,
he has damage.
Yeah, he has to. He doesn't have a choice. But yeah, I was gonna just say that the DRS train is gonna make following a bit of a problem, because as we saw in Monza 2020, even with DRS, it's still difficult to overtake here. If the car ahead, if it keeps getting good exits, we just hope that no one gets a drive-through at the end of the VSC. I believe they're slowing down, and no one's got a drive-through, which is very well done by all of them. Easy level, I believe his tires are a bit old.
But he gained some time on IF there, who's pulling that time back right now.
Yeah, he has DRS as well. Though I believe easy level had a bit of a moment his tires were not warmed up, so Ahif is going to be really rapid down the main straight. Easy level needs to get a good exit, and he needs to ensure he has some battery with him. But also, we
But
cannot
look
rule
at
out Sid
Sid.
Venkatesh.
Exactly. He is hounding that Ferrari right now.
Haas
Aif is
Ferrari.
not able to put in the offense yet because he has to be defending and Sid is gaining on him.
Sid, if Sid gets a good exit, he might just be able to. But I think, he has a bit of a rear sliding, and yeah, I believe nothing's not going to happen. Sid Venkatesh, yeah, Sid V is looking really feisty. He is closing up, and is he going to go for? I think he's a bit too far back. Yeah, that's not right. No one's going to be Daniel Ricciardo here. So the top 5 staying as they are, top 6, and further back. Pradeep makes a very good move on Ashok, but
I know, wow. That was not
is
ideal.
a very steward's inquiry moment. But yeah, Pradeep and Ashok Anand not having the best of turn ones there. And Ahif he's just there. He's not able to do much, and that's because getting close is one thing, overtaking is another. I believe that was Murray Walker who said that.
Yep.
Great Murray Walker. And yeah, so we are the top 3 are separated by nothing, and P4 and P5 also like not far back. Easy level. I think this is the best run Ahif has got. Smith is past Thakurva. Or what's happened? No, sorry, Thakurva is past Ashok Anand. My bad, sorry. And through Parabolica, Ahif is looking to. I think he's a bit too far back. But, yeah. Ahif does get the fastest lap.
Thakurva right at the back of Smith. Looking to go on the inside of Smith there. Has a small moment coming out.
Yeah, these two
going
are,
to the top 2 who make it quite safely. Top 3 make it safely there. Meanwhile, Thakurva easily getting past Smith here on the DRS.
That's not a competition. With DRS, it's not really a competition, but Smith is not one to back out either. On those mediums, he has made up 6 places. He is, he's staying, he's keeping it clean and just doing what he does best, and that is race.
Meanwhile, I have a lot of time to easy level bot now. With Sid right at the back.
Venkatesh. Yeah, exactly.
But don't forget Vintage, who's also keeping in with this pack. He's not lost touch there.
Vintage is he's staying patient. That's what he does. He does that very well. He stays patient and he waits for the opportunity. He will pressurize the driver ahead into making a mistake or at least having a slip up, and then he makes his move. He's very clever in that. And Ahif has lost a bit of time. Easy level is going to be pushing now, I believe. He's going to use some battery and he's going to weave around so he doesn't give Ahif too much slipstream. And Ahif, he loses a bit of time, I think, on corner entry of Parabolica. And Sid Venkatesh right behind him, but yeah, nonetheless, it's a DRS train now. There's not a lot which can be done. Sid Kulkarni getting the fastest lap, and he's getting past Hershey as well. I believe Hershey doesn't have DRS. No, he doesn't. So Sid Kulkarni, good job by him to get into P5.
Ahif goes a little deep into turn 1. Sid will have the measure of him. No, he can't.
But, yeah.
He gets a decent enough exit. Meanwhile, Sid Kulkarni, he got past Hershey there. Thakurva in P8 chasing after Anton, who's about 6.5 seconds in front of him right now.
Smith has a moment and he's in the gravel trap.
That's
Max and Lewis, but yeah, I don't think he's broken his front wing. I think it was just a moment like we had for Oxidize. So yeah, Oxidize meanwhile, P14, he's not made up too much inroads. But
meanwhile, Ahif is no longer in the DRS of easy level.
But he's gaining on him for some reason, I feel. With Slipstream, Slipstream is really powerful here. Or Easy Level had a moment, I think, coming out of the second Lesmo. But Ashok gets a penalty. So that's 2 people who have penalties as of now. It's Ashok Anand with a 3 second and Anton with a 5 second.
Vintage is right at the back of Sid, so he's also gonna have to push.
Yeah, and Hershey is also right behind Sid Kulkarni. And let's just follow, I believe, Vintage, who's he's making a move to stay in Sid's slipstream with DRS wide open, but Sid also has DRS. Is Vintage going to go for an aggressive move down the inside? I believe he is not, but he gets really close.
Yeah, he
And
stops his car somehow there.
yeah, but look, he is hounding Sid Venkatesh. Like there's little to separate them. Ahif is back in easy levels DRS range, so that's going to give him a bit of relief, and that's going to give easy level a bit of a headache. But nonetheless, vintage player doing very well to stay behind Sid Venkatesh. Dirty Air also to a point affects these cars.
Oh, I've had a big moment coming out of the first Desmos, I think.
But he has not lost any time.
He didn't lose too much time, in fact.
Yeah, Indik came up with the fastest lap, so well done by him. I think he's done that without any slipstream whatsoever. Or I think he had some slipstream with Oxidize. But yeah. Meanwhile, we have Ahif here. Ahif chasing down easy level. Now he is very close to...
That was a really good exit from Sid Venkatesh.
Yeah, they are just trading good exits and...
Yep, that is true.
Manan and Smith are battling with one another down the second DRS zone, but
let's see if Sid can mount any pressure on IF right now.
I think they need to get closer. The gap of 7, 6, 7 tenths is not really enough. They need to be like 2, 3 tenths. But yeah, IF could pressurize easy level bot into making a mistake, but doesn't seem like it at the moment. They're just following one another on and on and on. Manan and Smith, have they had a moment? I believe Smith has had a spin or something, because he's going into the pits, so that's not gone very well for him.
Doesn't look like he has a front wing there.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have to go onto the hard tires, or if he's gonna go aggressive, he's gonna go onto the softs.
When Manan was getting on Ashok Anand, but he had to take some evasive measures there.
Yes, Smith goes onto hards and he changes his front wing, so unfortunately.
Going back to the front, easy level, comfortably leading
Ahif.
by
Ahif
not so much.
Within 3 tenths, IF could be. This is not really the best place to make a move, but you know what? You gotta take your move when you see it. You gotta make your move when you see it. Sorry, but easy level. I think easy level's got a track extension.
And look at that, Sid is right on the tail.
But it makes no sense to attack now. It's best to hold back and take.
Oh, and I very cheekily breaks there, but I'm not sure
it
if.
Makes no sense. It makes no sense. He was gonna get slipstream from easy level anyways. So.
And Sid Venkatesh doesn't have DRS. Does Ahif have DRS? Oh, Sid does have DRS. My bad.
DRS. So Sid, I believe Ahif didn't really realize that he was within easy level's DRS window. Why did he let Sid go?
Yeah, exactly. That was a little bit of a Ferrari move there. I gotta say.
Ferrari moment there. Sid Kulkarni meanwhile pits. So I think as we saw in the real life race, making an early stop it's gonna give you the advantage. So I believe he's battling with Hershey. So let's see where he comes out in respect to Hershey. But
going back to Ahif, yeah, I'm sorry. That really cracked me up.
Sector 3, what's happened? We have Oxidize who's had a moment. So our pole sitter is going into the pits for a second time. Oh no, Oxidize. And
both the Aston Martins not having the best of races.
We have a VSC. Oxidize is gonna fit the soft tire on, so he's gonna go aggressive. I believe he's hoping for a full safety car at some point during this race. But yeah,
Ahif is probably kicking himself right now.
Yeah, exactly. Like that was a very characteristically Ferrari decision to do.
But this should be the time all of them pit for the mediums now, or maybe they might want to stretch it a bit.
Easy level, you get. Hershey gets a drive-through penalty.
He stays out, and Vintage blinks first. Vintage blinks.
Yeah, so I believe Hershey is gonna serve his drive-through right away. Does anybody else have?
What does Thakurva do? Does Thakurva go for a split strategy, or does he go for?
Thakurva
he
does
goes
come
in.
Yeah, it makes no sense to look at easy level Sid and Ahif. They are separated by 7 tenths, all 3 of them, and Sid is really close to easy level, but this is not the right place to make a move, I think. Yeah, Sid has to stick it out.
Yeah, the more he battles easy level, the more Ahif can get closer to them as well. So probably easy level and Sid, for their sake at least, need to make sure that they drop the Ferrari a little faster.
We have a yellow flag in sector 1. Somebody spun, I believe. It's what's happened, I'm not sure, but nonetheless Look at how Sid Venkatesh is gaining on easy level. Gaining, but he thinks wisely. Using all this experience and choosing not to make an overtake there. But look
Meanwhile,
how
look at
IF
IF. Yep.
yeah, it's just, it keeps rotating between all of them. Yeah, like one of them is attacking and the next one or the other one is attacking. But Sid Venkatesh, if he gets a good exit, I think he's planning to come in this lap, Sid Venkatesh. Easy level and Sid Venkatesh coming together. Ahif stays out. So, it's bowled by Ahif, but nonetheless he has DRS and this could play into his hands very well.
Yep. Let's see how it goes.
Vintage player, meanwhile, is we have to see where vintage player is in respect to Sid and easy level, because it's gonna be close, I think, but they're gonna come out ahead. Actually, no, Vintage has jumped Sid. Vintage has jumped easy level bot. Vintage is in the net lead as of now. Oh, that's really.
Oh, easy level gets very close to that Red Bull. Wow, that was some intense stuff there.
The undercut is supremely powerful over here, and Ahif. It's going to be interesting to see what Ahif does. Meanwhile, Anton and Hershey pit. We have. It's a bit of a jumbled order at the moment, but vintage player he is now stuck behind Pradeep. Pradeep, I believe, if Pradeep and easy level are on comms, Pradeep is going to be asked by easy level. But
and vintage is trying to go down the inside. Not a great place to go.
That is extremely dicey. Let's just put it like that. Oxtail getting the fastest lap and Vintage getting past, but easy level. Look at easy level. Easy level could well be looking to make a move. No, he does not.
And Vintage goes very wide.
He goes very deep, but Sid Venkatesh is being held up by Pradeep. Pradeep has done a good job for easy level bot there. And easy level bot Ahif decides to stay out another lap. So let's just focus on that later, but let's just look at easy level and vintage right now.
This should be a fairly easy move in my opinion.
But he still needs to make the move. It's not as easy as it seems. Ashok Anand gets a penalty, but easy level, he breezes past. It's actually not too much of a competition, but while vintage is outlap, they're so close. And it's a Mercedes and Red Bull. This time they don't end up on top of one another. Sid Venkatesh, I believe, made a bit of contact with Vintage's rear end.
Yeah, and you see Sid is right at the back of Vintage again, so...
Vintage is squirming on my screen. I'm not sure what's going on.
I think he's trying to warm the tires up.
I'm not sure why we need to do that, but...
I don't either, but he's probably thinking about it because he's probably had a moment somewhere. I don't know why he's doing that.
Sid Kulkarni. What's happened in Sector 2? I believe it's Manan. Manan has had a spin. He has had a Sebastian Vettel moment. So he was in the same spot. But Thakurva is P8. He's being hounded by Indic Gamer. So their battle is not really being followed, but Ahif pits. I think easy level and vintage battling gave Ahif some breathing space, and I think it's going to be really close between all of them. So,
yep. And Sid Venkatesh in the game this time as well. He's probably going to want to really put the pressure on Vintage and get that position back from him.
And Ahif is exiting the pits just now, so it's going to be really
going to be interesting.
Ahif is right now in the lead. Easy level. What's going to happen at turn 1? This is reminiscent of real life.
And the Mercedes Ferrari just makes it in front of him. That was
crowd. And Sid Venkatesh has been. He's in the gravel. What's happened to Sid Venkatesh?
Not really sure. Didn't catch that.
I think Pradeep and Sid Venkatesh had a bit of a run in, but Sid Venkatesh is now in P6, and I'm not sure if he has a front wing or not. His end plates look intact, so I think it was just a regular spin. So, but nonetheless, Ahif making the most of the overcut and most of easy level and vintage is battling.
Well, vintage has a small moment there, but easy level will be really, really hounding Ahif now. Oh, look at him weaving on all sides.
What easy level needs to do now is to focus on his exit out of Parabolica. So, because it's more crucial than anything else. What's happened in Sector 2, we have a Red Bull who's spun, and that's Indic Gamer, I believe. Yeah, Indic Gamer has had a moment.
Yeah, now, Arif, probably when he could have done that the cheeky move doesn't do it, but yeah.
Yeah. Now it's gonna be straightforward for easy level.
Yeah, it's going to be a straight dash for the
And
Mercedes, who should be past the
what's gonna
Ferrari quite
happen?
easily.
We have a yellow flag in sector 3, but easy level meanwhile on at turn 1 in sector 1 is past. Ahif is not giving up though. Look how close he is to easy level. These two are really giving one another a lot of trouble, and Vintage is enjoying it. He's just hoping for chaos up ahead so he can move up without much of an issue. But nonetheless, it was a very good outlap and a very good call to do the undercut by Vintage. He gained track position, and I'm not sure what's happened to Sid Venkatesh though. I didn't really follow what had happened to him.
Meanwhile, Thakur are hounding Ashok Anand.
He chooses not to make the move here, which is wise of him, but he's losing a lot of time. He is losing a whole lot of time. I think Ashok is on 15 lap old mediums. He's not pitted yet. So, yeah, Ashok is on 14 lap old mediums.
Ahif coming under pressure from Vintage. Just look at how much the Red Bull is gaining on that Ferrari.
After a point, they just don't gain that much. I feel like they gain and then they lose out time. But yeah, Vintage is gonna be all three of them. Easy level gets a decent exit, but Vintage is right behind Ahif. Both are gonna get DRS. Who's gonna come out on top at turn 1? Vintage should have.
Now this is going to be a dash of who can keep the ERS on for the longest.
Break the latest, and Ahif decides to break early, and Vintage is in P2. But,
yeah, I feel like Ahif gave up quite easy there, but yeah, I mean he's thinking about the long race and not just turn 1.
He's hoping that Vintage doubles easy level bot, and Thakur has passed Ashok Anand meanwhile, so good job on him. Good job by him.
Ashok Anand gets him back.
I think Thakur was slowed down. I think that was maybe an illegal move, possibly on the right side of the line. You get that sometimes, but yeah, let's just get back to Vintage. Like we're having to juggle between the different battles going up.
Yeah, but I'm sorry for the others who are not getting any time, but this is too interesting right now.
Yeah, Vintage is probably looking to make a move. He's going to go around the outside, and he does it. That is a spectacular move by Vintage, but I mean,
this is not the best position to put yourself in, to be honest.
Exactly, it's a bit of a problematic thing. And easy level, he needs to focus on his exit here. They all need to focus on their parabolica exit. Easy level, he seems to be holding it well, and yeah,
he gets a decent exit.
Be straightforward. But look at Ahif. Ahif is just sitting back and like enjoying all this. Pradeep gets a penalty, and Vintage player and easy level bot trade positions, and that position is P1.
Oh, and Ahif goes into Vintage. The Ferrari rams into the Red Bull.
Does he have damage? Let me just check up on that. I didn't really see what happened there. Ahif has his front wing intact. At least on my screen it looks intact. But
let's
look
hope
at Vintage and easy level. They're separated by just under 10. They're so close. They almost make contact.
This is literally Hamilton versus Verstappen. But Vintage has a moment there.
Yeah, so I believe the top 3 are not having the best of exits out of some corners. And Ashok Anand is coming out of the pits on the soft tire.
Yep, they should give easy level some sort of breathing space for now. Probably recharge those batteries and just put his head down to focus on the remainder of this race now.
It'll be interesting to see who has the most battery out of the 3 of them. I don't think we should be saying battery percent live, but yeah, let's just hope they all have enough battery to defend. And Vintage is out of easy level's DRS window. Ahif is within the DRS window of Vintage, but I think it's a bit too far back to make a move. Yeah, Vintage has no DRS. Ahif has DRS. But Vintage is still gaining, so I think Slipstream is more powerful than DRS here. They all just hold station for now. Not a lot is happening. They just look up and down the field if there's any.
Meanwhile, at the back, Oxidize gaining on
Smith Shah. Sector 2, what's happened? I think
Indic Gamer is retired, but is that
safety car? It's a safety car. Oh,
That is
Okay.
a safety car. Wow, this
So
really spices
this,
things up now.
so the things now what's important is that which one of the three is gonna take a bite the bullet and choose to pit for soft tires.
Yeah, let's see.
It is very beneficial to soft tire, but of course, as we can see live, we have seen over so many laps, track position is essential at Monza. So who's going to prioritize track position? Who's going to prioritize the tires, fresh tires? I believe it. Any one of the top four could choose to, top five actually could choose to take an
I mean,
aggressive strategy.
if I were them, I would have put for the softs right now.
But track position is really essential over here.
That is true. It'll be really critical for Gaurav
Let's
to
see
either
what
choose
Ahim
track
does.
position or go into the pits, and
Easy
he
level
goes
comes
into the
in,
pits.
vintage comes
Vintage
in,
goes in.
Ahif comes
So
in.
it's more
So
like it's like a domino effect once the leader pits. Once the leader
everyone's
does,
gonna come
everyone's
in.
just going to
So
copy him.
Sid Venkatesh, yeah. So this is Sid
This
Venkatesh gets us 5 second penalty.
Oh,
That is
that's.
very unfortunate.
I was just gonna say that this brings him right back into the race, but unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. So Thakurwa also comes in. Everyone's gonna come in, I believe. So I was expecting somebody's gonna take a risk and stay out on the mediums because it is. That's another alternate strategy, but yeah, everyone's pitting. So I think Pradeep and Ashok Anand are gonna have their penalties nullified if they pit now. Ashok Anand, if he just waited a lap, I think he would have not had to lose time behind safety car. Ashok Anand stays out. He's gonna gain a few places, I think, and yeah, he's gained 2 places on Captain Sandhu and URL Pradeep. So it made no sense for him to pit. He's just on 1 lap old soft tires. So, but yeah, Sid Venkatesh, he had a moment a bit earlier on like lap 15 or lap 14, and now he has a 5 second penalty. So the mid part of the race has not gone very well for him. But with this Captain Sandhu on the mediums, so was he on the hards? No, I think he was on the softs, Captain Sandhu. Let me just check. Captain Sandhu was on this. He's made 2 stops. He's now on the mediums. Yeah, this is mandatory stop, so he's the only one right now on the mediums. So, what do you think? What's gonna happen from now?
Well, it's going to be a sprint till the finish now. We have a Mercedes leading a Red Bull, leading a Ferrari. Wow. We've had it all, Leader losing it, leader going right back to the grid. I mean, right back to the back of the grid. Cheeky strategies being tried out but not working out. And someone running into each other, not having the best of exits. So, to be frank, I don't think any of the top 3 have really put in their A game tonight, because they've made mistakes here and there. But I mean, to be frank, Easy Level seems like the one who's made the least number of mistakes right till now. But yeah, he's not been able to get away though.
Yeah, mistakes go hand in hand with racing. Like, you can't race without making mistakes. So I think it's natural for them to make mistakes. So what's important is how they recover from those mistakes. Oxidize, Sid Venkatesh, and Sid Venkatesh were looking really good for the win right now, but both of them are now in a bit of a handicap. Sid Venkatesh has a penalty and Oxidize is in P12. So I think Oxidize is going to be led past by Smith. Let's see, actually. Shouldn't be so certain about something. Oxidize, our pole sitter, is currently P12. And both Alfa Romeos are currently back of the pack, Hershey and Manan. And interesting is going to be that Captain Sandhu and Ashok Anand are on used tires. Sorry, my bad. Captain Sandhu is on mediums and Ashok Anand is on used soft tires, but they're only 2 laps old. So whether that's going to be a disadvantage to them remains to be seen. I believe we're going to have the safety car in this lap.
Yep, it does. I do feel so.
There's a bit of a moment. Captain Sandhu on the grass. Did he make contact with Ashok? That's a bit of a... That's the midfield melee right there. We have the safety car is coming in this lap, so Easy Level Bot controls the pace. There's going to be no DRS for a few laps, and so Easy Level is not going to have too much of a trouble. Let's see what when Easy Level decides to go. He has to wait for the safety car to come in. He's warming up his tires. Vintage is just going in a straight line. Yeah, he's warming up his tires as well.
Yep, he heard you.
Yeah, telepathic communication. Arshi and Manan are trading places, so
illegal overtake coming up for one of those there.
Look at the midfield, how they are so bunched up. This is gonna be a really interesting restart. When is Easy Level gonna go? He is gonna hold out, I believe, till the start-finish line. He needs to catch them out by surprise. So he is still holding them. He's still holding them, and he is not gone yet. He's gonna take it to the line, I think. And he has gone, but that is not a great restart for him because Vintage is going to get slipstream and he's going to be right on the back. Look at how IF has fallen back. IF and Sid Kulkarni are battling, but Vintage player is side by side as they went to turn 1. And I think Easy Level locked his brakes and this came so
Vintage.
close to making contact.
I think they did make contact.
Yeah, Captain Sandhu and Sid Venkatesh.
Sid Venkatesh is right at the back of the grid. What has happened to him?
Sid Kulkarni is looking to make a move on IF. That is a fantastic move if he can make it stick, and Sid Kulkarni up into P3. So that has not been great for Vintage or IF, but Sid Kulkarni and Easy Level are have made the most of this. Captain Sandhu is P7. He's I think he was involved with Sid Venkatesh. So
yeah, but Chips, look who's right back into the race. Look at the P5 man.
Thakurva. Thakurva. He has a penalty, so. He has a 5-second penalty. That's gonna really hamper him. But yeah, Thakurva, he's not one to be ignored. He is gonna be rapid as well. He's probably the on comms. He's gonna ask Ahif to move aside or something. But yeah, nonetheless, Easy Level, great restart by him. It was a bit dicey on the restart. I think Vintage and Easy Level at turn 1. That was very reminiscent of real life, but. Nonetheless, it is as it is. Pradeep has got past Captain Sandhu. Smith Shah is looking to get past Captain Sandhu as well. And on those soft tires, he is looking to make a move down the inside. And he is going to make it the side by side. And Sandhu goes a bit deep and Smith also goes deep. They are side by side through the Curva Grande. But Sandhu is passed.
Smith has really poor exit from turn 1 over there.
Yeah, I think he's, but he is going to be feisty here. Is he going to make a move? You know what? He is not. No. Oh, look at Anton! Anton
Smith is fine.
That is a Lewis Hamilton, Sebastian Vettel moment.
No, but I think it was Smith Shah's fault there because he did clip the curb on the inside. Anton was
steaming hot.
Anton was on the outside. I think he lost control and went into him.
Yeah, now Sid Venkatesh.
Meanwhile, going up ahead, Ahif right at the back of Sid Kulkarni now.
Yeah, they're in a race of their own. Not a lot has happened to them between them, but
Thakurva just dropped a little behind them right now.
But that's fine. I think it's enough. Anton gets a penalty.
Yeah, but I don't think Thakurva will get the DRS. So will he?
Sid and Anton have exchanged places. Oxidize gets a penalty, and there's a bit of a bunching up going on behind Captain Sandhu. And Sid Venkatesh is past Captain Sandhu. Harshik is the fastest lap. That's very impressive by him. He's up into P7. He was running last.
Of course, no one has DRS right now. And behind Sid, wow.
Look at this. Oh, this is so close between Sid Venkatesh, Harshi. Sorry, my bad. Captain Sandhu, Anton, and Manan. They're all so close to one another.
Meanwhile, the top 5 all in the DRS of each other.
Ahif is the closest. He is just 4/10, 3/10 behind Sid Kulkarni. So
Sid Kulkarni just about outside. Okay, he gets in as well.
And with DRS now, DRS is enabled now, and Ahif is gonna make up for lost ground, and he cannot really make a move here. But he
that
does
kind of compromised the exit, but it's compromised both of them there. Because Thakur was right at the back of Ahif now.
We have Ashok Anand who's crashed out. He had a very violent impact with the wall, but nonetheless, that's not.
That is a safety car.
That's
and
that's going to be like Abu Dhabi. It's like Abu Dhabi from last year. What's going to happen? It makes no sense to pit.
Gaurav stays out, Vintage stays out, Sid Kulkarni stays out.
Why would they pit? It makes no sense. Sid Venkatesh might well pit actually. I think to get rid of his 5 second. Yeah, he does. Captain Sandhu as well. He's gonna be eager to get back on the soft tires. Thakurva, what happened to Thakurva? What happened to Thakurva? He's retired for some reason.
Yep, he is in the middle of the track over there, and I don't know what exactly has happened to
What
that
happened?
Ferrari.
That's a shock.
His
That
car
really
is parked right in the
shocking.
middle of the track, was at least.
Who did he make contact with? What happened there? Or did he just spin on his own? What happened there? But it's not showing up, so I'm not sure what happened to Thakurva there. That is very unfortunate. He was running a fantastic P5. He did have a 5 second penalty to contend with, but nonetheless, that is really, really heartbreaking for him. Hershey is now P5, and he's really back into the race. Ashok has left the session. So Sid Venkatesh, and look at the bunching up going on ahead. There's a lot of bunching up going on, and they're really all right behind one another. So this is territory for making contact with one another. Unfortunate contact. Are we gonna have the safety car in this lap, or are we gonna be out for another lap?
Usually it does stay out for a lap at least.
So we're gonna have, I think it's gonna stay out for another lap because Captain Sandhu hasn't caught up yet. But yeah, this is some real jeopardy right at the end of the race. These are the dying moments of the race, and we have all this drama going on, which is, we're not complaining about it, mind you. This is really, really fun. Sid Kulkarni and Ahif. Ahif was really making inroads and Sid Kulkarni was losing time, so this is a chance for Sid Kulkarni to make it right.
Yep.
What's he gonna do? So, how he approaches this is going to be very interesting. And yeah, both Aston Martin, both Alfa Romeos were running last at the previous restart, and now they are P5 and P7. So they have made up some really good ground. What do you think? What's the strategy going to be for the restart? Smitsha has pitted, so for the fresh softs. All right.
I don't know. Now it's. I said it's going to be a sprint till the finish last time, so this is going to be a two-lapper ERS dumbfest, is what I call it now.
Yeah, so provided Easy Level bot gets a good exit out of Parabolica and keeps it relatively consistent, he is gonna go unchallenged to the win. He doesn't need to. If he decides to push for the fastest lap, and that is gonna be a risk he should not really take at this point, because it makes no sense going for that 1 point when you can have 25 points. Who has the fastest lap as of now? Let's just see. It is currently a lap. I can't see the. Yeah, it's Hershey with a 122.7. That is, as of now, I think it's going to be unachievable because there's going to be no DRS. So, the safety car is certainly going to be in this lap. It's going to be odd if it doesn't. And Easy Level.
Vintage is really gapping the leader there.
I think that's fine as long as he doesn't do it towards the end. Yeah, Easy Level is now going to really back them up. He didn't really have a good restart because Vintage is right beside him. So Vintage is going to look to make a good restart as well, just like last time. But Easy Level is going to catch them out by surprise, I feel.
Yeah, this time I think Easy Level will probably change his strategy just a bit.
Yeah, he has to catch them out because last time he didn't really catch them out by surprise. He was just somewhat predictable. Ahif and Sid Kulkarni are going to be interesting to watch out as well. But let's just focus our attention right now on the leaders. Easy Level is not gone yet. Easy Level is holding them up. When's Easy Level gonna pounce? He is. The field is really bunched up and he's gone for it. It's a better restart, but it's not perfect because Vintage is right there. But Sid Kulkarni is hounding Vintage.
I loses ground yet again.
There's been a bit of a melee at the back, and Sid Kulkarni is looking to make a move. No, he's not. But everyone stayed as they are, and Vintage is he had a bit of wheel spin, I believe, at the exit of turn 2. So
an Oxidized dropping places yet again.
Sandhu is up into P9, Sid is back into P8. Vintage Vintage is just staying there. He's not really able to come close. Sid Kulkarni had a moment, I think. Did he cut the chicane or did he have a moment? Did he slide or something? Because he's fallen back 1.3 seconds. So the battle for the final podium place is going to be really, really close. And I don't think DRS is not going to be enabled, yeah? On the next lap.
No, I don't think so.
So if it does, it's just going to raise the stakes even higher. Ahif is looking to make a move, but he does stick it, but he has to
on the outside of the Scar, he's not the best place to go there.
But
Hershey right at the back of him again. Now this is going to make it really interesting.
Hershey, yeah, he doesn't really make a move. Sid is past, but he's gone way too deep into that corner, Parabolica, and Manan is back past him. But look at Vintage Player. Vintage Player's really getting into the slipstream, and is he gonna make a move? This is possibly his last chance to do so, but he decides to hold it. Easy level goes deep. This is gonna be giving Vintage the opportunity. Look at Vintage. Vintage has a very good run out of turn 2. Easy level did not have a good run, and they're gonna go. I believe it's gonna be like Leclerc and Hamilton. They both crashed. They both crashed. Oh no, they both crashed.
That is not what they would have wanted.
No, Michael, no. And Sid Kulkarni getting really close. So this is... that has not played into either Vintage Player or Easy Level's hands. Because now they both have damaged front wings, I believe. Yeah, they logically do. But Sid Kulkarni is not able to get past. Ahif, Hershey and Pradeep have crashed. And Ahif has moved up ahead of Sid Kulkarni. He's up into P2.
That should be the victory for Ahif.
Yeah, because Vintage... But Vintage is somehow managing to hold on. Ahif made a very decisive move there around the second Lesmo, and Vintage doesn't seem to be wanting to budge here. Vintage has the straight line speed, he's squeezing Ahif, but Ahif, if he dives now, he's gonna get a sure shot chance at crossing the line first. But no, Vintage is holding up really well.
Yeah,
but
Vintage doesn't have the grip there.
Sid Kulkarni, Sid Venkatesh is back into the podium places with P3. Ahif wins the race. Sid Kulkarni is P2, Sid Venkatesh P3. Vintage Player after that last lap contact P4. And
wow, that was some safety car restart.
That was possibly the most chaotic and amazing last lap we've seen in a long time, and Smith Shah gets driver of the day. But wow, Ahif but Easy Level and Vintage Player, they'll both be possibly getting on each other's nerves. But the Ferrari wins at home. Ahif, after his qualifying disappointment, he takes 25 points home for the Tifosi. That's amazing. That was.
Meanwhile, I'll invite.
Wow, speechless. I'm quite speechless.
And just to remind me again who was on the podium, that happened too fast. I believe it was Ahif, Sid and Sid.
Yeah, both Sids are on P2, P3. So I'll run through the grid order right now. It's Ahif was taken the victory by just under 2/10 from Sid Kulkarni. Sid Venkatesh is P3. Vintage Player after that last lap contact is P4. Easy Level Bot was the other driver involved in that contact. He's P5. Manan has finished P6 after having a bit of a dismal first half of the race. Smith Shah is P7. Oxley's Rage, our pole sitter, finishing P8. Anton Hypers is P9. Captain Sandhu is P10. Hershey P11. He had a last lap coming together with Pradeep, and Thakurva had a very unfortunate DNF. Ashok, Indik and Ace are our DNFs. So I believe we have everyone.
Yes,
we do.
I've already gone back.
Yeah, it's already progressed forward for us. But yeah, nonetheless, great race by all. It was really, really chaotic. And you are...
We don't have Easy Level Bot here. Sorry, oh no, we have everyone. My bad. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, it happened too fast. I wasn't sure who's on the podium. But yeah, Chips, let's take this away.
Yeah, so who's P3 is Sid Venkatesh, is that you? You're P3, yeah. So it was chaotic for you. You had a few run-ins and you had a spin, I believe, and At the second to last safety car restart, you had a moment, I believe, with Captain Sandhu, but nonetheless, you got rid of your 5-second penalty. You came through the field, you charged through the field, you were P9, I believe, when the safety car restart happened, and you're P3. So just walk us through your race. Yeah, it was really well managed from you the entire race, and congratulations on your P3. You really came through from some real adversity, and you made it through to the end. So congratulations.
Yeah, just to answer Sid Venkatesh his questions there, it was quite reminiscent to the real life Monza race where Red Bull tried putting his nose on the grass and tried going down the inside of the Mercedes, taking both of them out. So yeah, if that answers your question. Yep.
Yeah, we had Harshi and Pradeep retire as well on the last lap at the just after between the two Lesmos. So, yeah, nonetheless, yeah.
Moving
Great
on
race by
to
you.
Sid Kulkarni now. So Sid, not that great of a start, but kept up there and made your positions through the safety car restarts and some good moves around the Ferrari and other cars. Take us through your race, and were you expecting to be P2 tonight?
Not at all. Honestly, I made a lot of mistakes in the quali as well as in the race, and podium was nowhere I was imagining. And I don't know what happened. I think the front runners, but after the second restart, I was hoping that I'd be at least P2. Luckily, got the chance, and P2 is what I'll take. Never expected, and yeah, happy to be in this position.
That's good. That's quite a recovery from you there, with incident-packed race happening on all sides. Good race nonetheless. Good recovery. Still fighting for the championship. Yeah.
Can I just ask a question?
Yeah, good.
Sid, you there? So at the restart, you seemed a bit hesitant to get past vintage and easy levels. So I think that in the end let AF get past. So
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was so afraid to be closer to them. I mean, they were fighting so vigorously, and I was like, I don't want to get the damage, because of that. Like, so I was just I was just wanted to be on the safety side, safer side, and but then easy level, I think he was in the middle of the track, and then I was also too close to me. Sid Venkatesh was also too close to me, and then I wanted to keep as clean as possible. That moment, my mind was like, I don't care if I lose, if I don't be on podium, but I just want to be wanted to be. Yeah, but ultimately, but yeah.
yeah, it was following your race, but yeah, congratulations on P2. You kept it clean, you kept it consistent, and now finally we move on to our race winner, Ferrari man Ahif, winning in front of the Tifosi. Just how does it feel, and just walk us through your race?
Just gutted for easy level, man. I thought he drove brilliantly today. It was would have been a much deserved win, but tough luck. But I think I just got very lucky at the end. I thought I'll be P3 or P4, but just glad that easy level and vintage got into each other's way and I got to win.
Yeah, it was. Just walk us through your move on that final lap. You went aggressive. You went, I think, around the outside at was it the second Lesmo?
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
really
yeah.
sure, but yeah, just walk us through your last lap. What was going through your mind at that point?
No, I was actually saving up my ERS. I had 90 plus percentage of ERS. I was saving up to use in the last 2 3 laps. But I think that safety car kind of in my plans. I thought I'll be P4, and I think Thakurwa retired. I think he had an unfortunate incident and retired, and he told me on party that easy level and vintage had an incident. So I knew they were going to be really slow, and I think typically he went on the inside right behind vintage. So I thought there was an opening on the outside and just went for it. And I know I can trust Kulkarni, playing side by side, so I just went for it.
Yeah, it was.
So that's why I said Kulkarni.
But yeah, congratulations, Ahif. Nonetheless, you have after your qualifying mishap when you were when the AI messed you up, you have really had a very good recovery. And yeah, congratulations. Yes, you want to ask anything?
No, that's about it from my end as well. Congrats, Ahif. Congrats, both the Sids. Good race, good composure, fight back for positions, and yeah, hope you all can take it forward in the next few races to come.
Yes.
I
Very
think
well
it's the
driven,
first time
guys.
that
Thank
both
you,
the
thank
states
you,
have the
thank you, thank you.
podium.
Yep, that's great. Maybe not the last time then. First time the two Sids are on the podium is what he said.
Yeah,
Perhaps
yeah.
the most famous Formula One
I
racing.
think I can't really hear that.